Hi, my name is Joe, and tonight we're going to be reacting to the new Awakening banner, I guess. Oh my god, that's loud. I already don't care about this. I like Awakening as games. I think the characters are okay at best, with a few outliers, but they just keep rerunning them for Coomer bait like this shit, dude. This is somebody's daughter, and she's got her bazongas hanging out. I don't really care for that. Anyway, so we got Arcane Hex Bow. This is Rearmed. First bow rearmed since friggin' Alchrist, I think. Anyway, we got Slaying. We have Seeking Discord, which spreads. And not like we don't have enough Discord. Not that like every other new unit that comes out has Seeking Discord. It's just on so many things right now. It's just like, what's the point? More of it doesn't help. Anyway, at start of combat, if units 25% or healthier, grants, blah blah blah, Omni equals 25% of foe's attack at start of combat -4. Okay, it's just 15. Just give us the... You can make this one half sentence shorter and just say all these new units get +14, dude. It's fine. Anyway. 15% attack-based true damage, including AoEs, which is nice and standard for rearms, and since this is also a new rearmed, we can expect to get some damage reduction. We get the 7 on the first attack because it is a bow, and then we also get the 1 special jump. I don't know, man. I think they could have added maybe one more effect and then ditch the Discord seeking, so I don't know. Kind of meh, but if this makes your favorite bow user usable, then go for it. Curve shot, bog standard, and then we have attack speed hex edge. So this is like Hexblade 5, I guess. We have at start of turn, okay, if unit is within 3 of a magic staff or dragon ally, grants anathema to unit for 1 turn. And then if anathema is active on unit, grants attack speed +7, 5 true damage, and 50% DR shred. Okay. So you're getting a status, which is okay. It amounts to a few stats, right? It's not like you're giving this out to your boys. Anathema, if you're unfamiliar, I believe it's speed defense res -5. I think attack is omitted. Whatever. 5 true damage is nice. Attack speed +7 is standard, but that's supplemented by the fact that we're getting piercing in the A slot, which I think is the first time piercing has been in anything besides the B slot in your special. Probably a solid A skill, but once again, I don't know if the status of Anathema is worth taking up the power budget of the other things it could have been. Speed Taker is Speed Taker, really good, especially to just have out of the box on a rearmed unit. Give it to your favorite, just like literally just give Speed Taker and then the Arcane Bow to your favorite. You're good. And then we have Blood and Thunder. Okay. 3x3, Omni -5, and ooh, Exposure Drive in a 3x3. That's cool. And this is important because it is a drive and not the status. So you can only have one of the status of exposure, but if you have the same effect but in a drive that isn't a status, it stacks. So yeah, if you have this and then the actual exposure status, you just have like 3x3, 20 true damage on top of Omni -5, which is pretty cool. I want to say this is what that new Plumeria has, but I didn't pull for her, so I'm not 100%. You have this, you run it with that Plumeria, you have actual exposure support, you're looking at like, what, 30, 25 true damage just for existing for your boys. Pretty cool. And those foes cannot recover HP? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Okay, so you have an exposure drive, but also for those foes in a 3x3, you just have like Fatal Smoke. Okay, that's pretty good for just existing. Feud, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, also, if Anathema is active on unit, or if unit initiates combat, reduce the damage from foes attacked by 60, and this is fully pierceable. Reduce damage from attacks by an additional 9, okay. That's good. That stacks with the bow. Really nice. And neutralizes foes' bonuses, okay. Full no follow-up, and 7 healing. Interesting. And then lastly, if Anathema is active on unit, or if unit initiates combat, and penalty is active on foe, foe cannot trigger specials? Okay. Look, man. I can look past the first 2 paragraphs, because that's like cool support, right? At the very worst, it's cool support and then a little bit more DR. She's supposed to be like this really bulky bow, it looks like, right? And then she lives and stacks Speed Taker, and then also supports. Cool. I'm with it. But this last paragraph, I keep saying it, time and time again, we are heading towards a melting pot of this game where everything is just turned off. Everything is just turned off, dude. Like, they add cool stuff, and then they add strong stuff, and then their solution to strong stuff is to just nullify the strong stuff completely. It's just stupid. And in the last, like, year or two, basically, most of the power of the units they've released are in the specials. So, having more and more things that just turn off specials altogether is extremely strong. Like, this isn't just defensive specials, this is everything. So, potentially this unit could fight Black Knight, because he has an offensive special, but a big portion of his power comes from that special existing. His statuses are really good too, but you can steal that with things like Essence Drain or whatever, right? What are they trying to show me here? Vantage, Brave Attack. Bernie does hit relatively hard even now, but yeah, she's able to tank it no problem, I guess. I respect that. It's a bulky bow, and then you live and stack Speed Taker. I like the idea. But, I'm not a Coomer, and I don't really have any favorite units that are bows, so I don't... What is this? We're getting another female Grima ult? This shit is just corny, bro. I'm so sick of this. There are so many characters in Awakening, and they just do the same 4. They just do the same 4, dude. And it's just cheating, because it's male and female Robin. And then, oh, actually, male and female Grima. And then Crom. And then Tharja. And that's like it. It's essentially the same 3 units, but one of those units, which is Robin, is split up 2 different ways, by sex and by Grima also. So it's just so lame, man. Like, you're gonna make another armor unit. We've gotten so many friggin' dragon armor units in the last however many months. I don't need another one. This could have just been like a cool Kellum ult or something if you're gonna make another armor. Like, I don't know, man. Or Owain. It could be anybody. It could be anybody. But it's just Grima again. And Tharja again. Anyway. Despairing Breath, colorless dragon armor. We need more of that. I'm sure this unit will be better than Rhea. Anyway. Res plus 3 visible. Cool. Player or enemy phase, if unit's 25% or healthier, grants Rally Spectrum. And foe cannot make a follow-up attack to unit and allies within 2. Why is the female... Not even Robin, it's Grima. Why is the female one getting Rally Spectrum when that was clearly the male's thing? The female's thing is Hush Spectrum in this game. And the male one is Rally Spectrum. Why are we shitting on male Robin more than usual? Please. Favoritism incarnate. Anyway, that's fine. It's a good status, even now. If foe initiates combat, this is going to be blah 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 blah, max 14, right? Who gives a fuck? 20% res-based true damage, 20% flat DR based on res, guard, and 7 HP. Like, this is bog standard, and then a lot of the extra power budget is just Rally Spectrum, right? That's why you have guard in the weapon. Whatever. This is nothing. Armored Glacier. So is this going to be melee res Armored Blaze? I guess. 40% of units res, range equals 1. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Okay. I mean, that's cool that exists, right? But the reality is that Dragon's Roar did the job perfectly, because it could be used on armors. It is 3 cooldown. It's 40% of the res. It's 40% flat DR. if you're... And typically the units with high res are dragons, so, I mean, I guess they ran out of shit to print. Whatever. Defense res Scowl, Wily, and there we go. Briar near save, but it's attack res, which is the most niche, I would argue. Aside from something like speed res or speed defense, which are going to be printed 10 years down the line, but... Attack defense, defense res, or attack speed are where it's at. But on a unit like this, obviously attack res is nice. Not enough for me to care at all about summoning on this, though. If it was attack speed, and I could give that to Fjorm, or attack defense, and then I give that to Black Knight, those two units are waiting for those two things specifically, I would be interested. But it's not. I don't give a fuck. And then guess what? It's probably male Grima, right? And he's gonna... What if this guy has Hush Spectrum? A blue dragon armor. Okay. Oh my... And he's a demote? He's the demote? He's the demote. As if female Grima favoritism and female Robin in general favoritism wasn't already abundantly clear by the fact that male Grima OG is just like a shitty normal armor, and then female Grima is a legendary, and the list goes on. And now we got female Grima getting a preference weapon, which is one thing, but also taking male Robin's thing of Rally Spectrum instead of having Hush Spectrum. And then you have male Grima on this banner and you make him a demote, and then like the final nail in the shitty coffin is that literally the last demote was a blue dragon in Medeus. Like, what the fuck are we doing, man? Like, what is the decision making? Whatever, man. Scowl and Slick Fighter in the normal pool is cool. I just kissed the mic. You're welcome. Huh? Glacies and Obstinate Breath. So we have Omni plus 5, 15% attack-based true damage, and Guard. This is so shit, bro. I'm so glad this is shit because I don't really care for Awakening favoritism, and especially Grima favoritism between the two sexes or whatever. Like, I don't give a fuck, man. And Tharja getting a 20th alt. Like, dude, literally, the last Tharja we got was less than a year ago when she introduced Anathema, and now we're getting a friggin' Attuned. Like, there are more Awakening characters, I promise. This is just so boring, man. She's got her shit hanging out. They couldn't afford the voice actor because of the strikes or whatever. Good on ya. She's a flying green tome. Alright, Ice Wall coming back already. That's good. That's good value already. Kindred Tome. We got Slaying. We got allies on the map with Anathema and allies within 3 grant attack speed plus 5. Neutralize penalties. 7 true damage. Good support, albeit quite niche, trying to play around friggin' Noire, or, if you have it, the Ninja Tharja, who is the only Anathema user that actually spreads it, I'm pretty sure. Like, Nui Baba has it as well, and I think she only gives it to herself. I could be wrong on that, but I think Ninja Tharja is the only one that actually gives it out. If unit initiates combat, blah blah blah, 14, neutralize penalties. Ooh, how much true damage? Number of bonus and penalty effects, max 5, okay. So we're looking at like 25 true damage and 15 flat DR. And that's always, right? That's not on the first hit only, which is cool. Depends on who you ask, that's cool. Oh my god, when does the freaking parentheses end? Okay. Full no follow-up. Oh no, it's not full no follow-up. I'm so used to seeing it. It's half no follow-up. Defensive NFU, 50% shred and 7 healing. It's just whatever. If she's trying to be a bulky mage, then that's what they're going for on this banner, I guess. But we got Already Dead. Omni plus 9. Okay. They want her to be tanky. Player or enemy phase, or if within 3... Oh, okay, here we go. She gives out Anathema and Charge. to unit and allies within 3. 3. That's cool. Okay. If unit initiates combaters within 3, grants special cooling count minus X before first attack. Oh my god, I gotta scroll down to even look at this formula. Reduces damage from attacks by X times 20%, and reduces damage from attacks by an additional X times 3. Okay. And also, if X is greater than or equal to 2, foe cannot trigger specials. Okay, there it is. Jesus. X equals allies on the map with Anathema active. Okay. So, just like Noire, they want this unit to be relatively bulky and give out Anathema with a little bit of support. And she does enough true damage, right? She's going to get even more from Havoc, which gives you another 20% based on res. Havoc is really, really strong. And it just makes you do more damage and makes your boys do more damage. So, cool. Same thing with Miasma. You initiate, you live with your shitload of flat DR, and then you spread Miasma. Yeah, pretty good. And then Crux Echo, which is actually kind of hype. Wow, what? Okay, dude, it literally could have just been 3x3 guaranteed follow-up, but it's also Omni -3 in a 3x3. So, this unit's existence is kind of decent value, but nothing on this banner is seemingly, like, even close to meta. Okay, the best thing about Tharja and Noire is the negation of specials altogether, which is extremely strong. Like I said, the game for the last year has just been specials, revolving around specials. So yeah, turning off the strongest thing that most characters have access to, and what a lot of premium units are built around, kinda dumb. But personally, I don't really care about this. Is there a free guy? Oh my god, it's the fat guy! It's the fat guy with the lips and the stupid hair. Oh my... I can't, dude. I can't. I am so glad that this is a skip. And it's not gonna be like last time, where I said that Bridal Banner was a skip and then I spent like an entire fucking spark on it to get Potent Assault from my favorites. I'm actually skipping this. And I think most people are probably skipping this unless you're a Turbo Coomer for Noire, Tharja, or Robin. Whatever. This sucks. Please acknowledge more units' existence. That's going to be it for me today. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Let me know your thoughts. Bye.